Hi everybody, I have a $5 haul to show you, and this is where I go once a week and try to find some $5 hauls to add to my pantry for long-term storage. It can either be food like canned food, grains like rice or flour, also perishable items I might eat that week, or if it's a great deal I don't want to pass it up, and or things to add to my freezer. But today I got things for that can be perishable, but I can also add to my freezer and make it last longer. Okay, so the first thing I picked up were these Campbell's, you can see right here, garlic parmesan with herbs. And these were only 25 cents a can. It's garlic parmesan with herbs soup. And so I thought this sounds really nice. And you could add either like croutons on top, or add like maybe some potatoes. I have potatoes right here that I got $1.48 for 10 pounds. So I picked those up. So I could always add potatoes, make it a heartier soup. You could add whatever you want, carrots. Maybe you grow, say like squash. That would be really yummy in here also. So these are $4 for $1 right now. So I got 12. So that is $3 right there out of my $5 budget. So I thought that was really great. So that is $3 right there. And then what is really nice is they have the pull top lids, which is very nice. So you don't need a can opener in case of emergency or if you give them away. So I just want to be prepared. I'm stocking up because I am older woman, older lady. I'm a senior. And if anything happens, if there's a disaster or maybe I just get sick and I can't leave the apartment, then I have food here and I don't have to rely on anyone to come help me or come bring me food or anything. I have it here. So, and then another thing I got on my $5 haul is this oatmeal raisin cookies. These were 50 cents. So I picked up a package and there's 6 cookies in here. So that was oatmeal raisin. And then they also had old-fashioned Dutch cocoa cookies. And there is 8. Oh, there's 8 in here. Wow, there's 8. And this one only has 6. But I do love oatmeal raisin. Okay, so I got that. That was $1. So $1, $2, $3, $4. And then I got another old-fashioned Dutch chocolate. And then the last one I got is this old-fashioned, right here, old-fashioned raisin cookies. Oh, and these have 8 cookies in here also. Okay, I wish I had noticed that when I was at the store, because if I had noticed it, I wouldn't have got the 6-pack. I would have definitely got the 8-pack. Okay, so this was only $5 for all of this right here, which is really amazing. Great deal right there. So some of these cookies I'm going to have this week either with coffee or with hot tea, and that will make a delicious treat. I like to have like something sweet after I eat. That's just something I got used to. When I was growing up, we always went out to eat for dinner. My mom didn't cook, so we'd always go out to eat at a restaurant. And then when you order dinner, I don't know if you remember, like back in the 70s, when you go out to dinner, they also gave a dessert with dinner. So whenever you ordered, I remember back then with dinner, they gave you a super salad and a roll. You could either get like a roll, French bread, or I think once in a while they'd have cornbread. Not all the time, but sometimes. And then after dinner, you had your choice of a dessert. You could choose like between pudding, ice cream, or a slice of pie. And I remember I used to always get the pudding. I like the pudding the best. And so I think that's what got me used to every time after you eat, you have something sweet. I think because every time we'd go out to eat for dinner, you would get, a free sweet item. Or I'm sure it wasn't free. I'm sure it was all included in the price. So I always got used to that. Always having a sweet item. And I think my kids are the same way. Because growing up, when I would make them food, I used to always make homemade desserts. I used to either make homemade desserts or go get, inexpensive desserts like this. So after I would feed them, I would give them a sweet. And I think we just got hooked on that. But my family has always been a sweets type of person, where we do like sweets. And the great thing is, diabetes does not run in my mother's side or my father's side of the family. Thank you God for that. So, and they, both sides of my family, they live long, long lives. Like my dad, he's still alive. My dad is going to be 92 this year, next month, I think. And so, yeah, next month, he's going to be 92. And like all my mother's siblings, they're still alive. They're in their 90s. And my grandfather, he died at 105. So my family, they're very healthy. They don't have like, so thank goodness for that. So, my doctor, when I go to the doctor, I always have like my blood work always comes out fine. There's nothing wrong. And he says it's just genetics, really. A lot of people, he said that he knows guys that go to the gym, work out, they eat healthy. And he goes, and, they come down with, different ailments, or they pass away. And, he says these ailments that they get, it's genetic. It's not anything by what they ate or any of that. It's because, genetics plays a big part in your bodies. So I'm very thankful to God to be blessed with some, good genetics. So hopefully, so what I do is I do eat sweets, but like I try to cut back on sweets. Like if I drink anything sweet, if I drink anything like sodas, it's always 0 sugar. Or if I drink teas, I will put honey instead of sugar, or I'll do like a substitute. But I try not to drink any calories, and I try not to drink any sugary drinks. Once in a while, I will have like a milkshake or a slush, but that's not like every day. That's like maybe a couple times a month. I will have a sugary drink, but I try to limit it because I do like sweets. So, yeah, I know to you guys, it probably looks like I eat a lot of sweets. But I do balance out my meals and my food, so it's not that bad. And I'm very active. So I'm constantly doing something and I've been told I probably burn off a lot of this because I'm so active. Yes, I'm overweight. I would be considered obese, and so, yes, I am obese, but I don't have any health issues at the moment. Thank you, God. Who's to say? Maybe anything could happen, but, I pray it doesn't. But so I try to keep a well-balanced diet when I eat. I eat a lot of salads and fruits and vegetables daily, but I do have some bad food. Sometimes I go through a drive-through because maybe I've worked hard and I just don't feel like going home and cooking, and I just want a quick meal and go to sleep. I go to bed early sometimes. I'm usually in bed like by 8. A couple times I've been going to bed by 6 because I've just been so tired. But I try to, but I wake up early. Every day I'm up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning. That is something I've always done. My father was in the military, and he was a sergeant, and so when we grew up, we never were allowed to sleep in. We always woke up early. We always had to be up by 6, no later than 6 a.m., and we were always out in the yard doing something. We lived out in the country, and we had livestock, we had gardens, but they also had a business, so he would go outside early, work in the mornings, and then go to work to run his shop. So we were a very, very active family, and I think that really helps to be active daily if you consume sweets or other things that aren't not great for you. Okay, everybody, so this is my $5 haul. I know I kind of went off, but I just, sometimes I tell you a little bit about myself and things like that. So anyways, this is my $5 haul, and everyone, thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe.